Hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Faith in Despair. Last time we managed to add a lot to the endgame pop-up. I think this is it. Yeah, right here. I can now check out the blessings and deck cards and curses, which is really good. The buttons here still need to have a new design, so I may have to do it next. And the other thing that we did was we added a button to the end of the run where if you win, you can go to the... I think there is still a... Yeah, there it is, okay. I said if you win the run... What happened? What happened? If you win the run, there is an endless button. Right here. You can click it already. However, there's some weird stuff going on, if you saw. So the menu is gone. But other than that, I think it's working. Yeah, the particles are still here. A lot of things that need to be addressed. So I've made a list of this last time, actually. But before we get to that, I want to finish the 3 icons. Yeah, I think that's the first thing that I want to do today. Because that should be fairly simple. And it should just be 3 circles with a different icon, okay? So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's start. Let's start with my favorite program, with my favorite Photoshop copy called Affinity Photo. I just remembered that years ago, I worked in Paint Shop Pro. That was nice. I actually bought a legit version. Like, we actually went to the store, and a friend of mine, we both split the cost of it. That was fun. Paint Shop Pro 6, I think it was, yeah. Okay, I did have a mock-up for this, and the mock-up is right here. I mean, I probably don't need a mock-up for this, it's just 3 circles. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with the button, because I need to get the size correct. The size needs to be like this, so I'm going to just make a screenshot of this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Maybe increase the size of this document. I'm going to say 2800. Close this again. And open this. All right. I think I have an active. Wait a minute. I can't go. Yeah. No. Let's make a new one. I was thinking of using an existing sprite, but let's make a new one. There's no harm in just making something again. So I think it's going to be like this. Kind of like this. We're going to make the filling in brown, so like this, and the border will be about 4 points, sorry. And we're going to take this color as the border. All right, it looks crap. It looks like crap. I think it needs to be double that. Yeah, maybe, yes, okay. A little bit smaller. Just so it's the same size. Okay. I mean, I can still resize it in the game, but that's it. Now I'm going to... should it really be a circle? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I could probably just use the existing buttons, but just a different icon. That's what I could do. I just realized the sprite here is not correct. Oh no. This is the first bug that we found today. Let's see why that is happening. Can we just move it a little bit? Okay, yeah, we can. It can be just a little bit further, so it's like minus 0.19. Okay, I'm going to fix that right away. Usually when I find a bug, I will try to fix it right away because otherwise it accumulates and you're facing this huge pile of bugs. Okay, where is the... I think it is in run layout. Layout? No, layout statistics. Statistics layout? Hello? Where is it? It is in run statistics layout. Yeah. Oh, okay. Statistics tab. Has a different name. That's fine. Chapter. Chapter. Yeah. Let's do that. And maybe that is already better. Let's hope it is. Okay, while that is loading, I'm going to go back to my circle. Okay. Like how did I envision this? I made a drawing of this, I think. No, I did not. Okay, then we will figure something out. I think the border needs to be just a bit bigger. There might be, yeah, let's add it to, let's make it 10. See what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to add an icon just so I can game icon .net. I'm going to search for angel with wings. Is this a blessing angel outfit? Fluffy wings. What about blessing? Holy water. Bleeding eye. That's more of a curse thing. Bleeding heart. Okay, let's go with angel again. I mean, this is more like a blessing. Kinda like this. This is actually, I mean, this could be a curse. This could be a curse. Two shadows could also be a curse. No. Magic trident, no. Let's try curse. A cursed star or a voodoo doll is perfect, yeah. Crying star like a bad curse, that's interesting. That's more like a curse. Death Note, kinda like that. Swirled shell, eclipse saw. Alright, so what about cards? Card random, card burn, card draw. Just a stack of cards would be nice. Card pick. Card discard. No. Up card, card pick. Oh, maybe like this. A poker hand. A wallet. A stack. Pile of cards. That could work. Alright. What about candles? No. What about the deck? Card exchange, card random. We could remove the question mark here. That's what we could do. But just for testing, I'm going to get one of these. I think this one is nice for... This one is nice. Let's put this right here. And let's call it icon blessings. Blessings. 2S, yes. Alright. I'm going to open it up in my Explorer and add it here. Just so we can see approximately what it's going to look like. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, and then he goes in and adjusts it with keyword arrow keys. Alright, a little bit smaller perhaps. And the color should probably be rasterize. Then we're going to make a new layer with this color. Hello? Okay. Primary color, secondary color. Okay, that's fine. Going to apply this here, so it's the same color at least. Right. The first thing that I want to do is, I think I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and rasterize it. Then delete the other one, hide the other one. And now we can open my favorite angel drawing. Just so we can get some texture going. Right here. Alright. Going to apply this here. We are going to, kinda like this, and we're going to set it to erase. Yes, that's good. I could probably do it in front of the icon as well. No, let's leave it like that. That's good. I actually really like that. Oh, it's because there is a background for this. Yeah, okay. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's see it without the background. Okay, yeah, that still works. What did I do here? Okay, yeah. That's the background. Alright, anything else that I need to do? I could probably try a different layer like this. But then it's probably too obvious what is happening. Let's see. That could work. Kinda like it. Just to give it a little bit of something. Yeah. Alright. What does it look like now? It looks like a button. Now, what I want to do is... Actually, I want to save this. End game, pop-up, mockup. Something in the center of it. So maybe it needs just a little bit of the background. Let's open my favorite background. And copy this maybe. Paste it. Place it inside. Oh, that was not big enough. That was not big enough. Try a bigger piece. Let's make it like this. What about... Oh, multiply. That looks really, really good. That looks good. Kinda like that. Kinda like that. What is... Okay. Yeah, that looks cool. Alright. Might be a bit too much. Let's keep this in mind. Multiply was good. Linear belichten looks also interesting. Might be not enough. Darker color. Multiply is still the best. Let's try one more. This is also nice. But a bit too much. That could also work. It's a bit more colorful. Maybe a bit too much. Soft light might be good. That might actually be good. Soft light. Linear light. No, that's too much. That could also work. A lot of good options here. Difference, exclusion, subtract. Interesting. That's too much. I mean, this could be a hover. We need a hover anyway. Spiegeln. Alright. Okay, I think we're going to go with, let's try multiply again. Okay. Let's try this again. No, this is too much. Soft light, maybe. Soft light, or I kinda like soft light. Right, okay. We're going to take this, and then the hover variant for this would be... Okay, this would be... I need to... This is the normal one. Normal. Hover. Let's see. That is maybe too much, although it kind of looks cool. It looks kind of cool though. I really like that. Yeah, it could be either that or this, division. Yeah, division could be cool. I think we're going to go with division as the hover one. Maybe that's too much. What about Sättigung? That's probably not enough. Okay. Sättigung. Let's try division as hover. Yeah, okay. Alright. We are going to copy all of this, make a new project. We're going to save this as endgame pop-up icons. And we're going to remove this for now. We're going to change this to normal. And, oh, it needs to be the correct size. 175, what is that? It needs to be 176 maybe. 176 divided by 4 is... Alright, Leinwandgröße 176. So I can probably... I cannot make it smaller. That's fine. It's fine. It's off center, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to save it here into my assets. Where are the assets? Assets. Sprite game, right? Open this folder. Let's go here. I should probably... Yeah, endgame pop-up. That's fine. That's fine. And I'm going to also save the hover state. Hover. Alright. We have two icons. That should be almost done. Because in the game end pop-up, which is right here, run statistics layout. There it is. I think I only need to change the sprites here to be endgame icons. Yes. Do the same here. Endgame pop-up icons. And the same here. Endgame hover. And the same here. Endgame hover. Cool. Alright, the next step is to add the icons. So for that I'm going to copy this, make a new object. Project I mean. Leinwandgröße, I'm going to set this to 128. 128. Alright. We're going to try and center this as good as possible. There it is. I might have to import it again. Let's see. Icon blessings. Yeah, let's try it again. From the start. Might be better. Going to copy the paint that we added. Oh, that's too early. First we need to rasterize it. Rasterize. And trim. Move it over here. Close that. That is not centered. Huh. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... Okay. Icon blessings. That is not centered. Oh, it is. It is actually. No, but there is a clear gap here. And here there's no gap. So probably won't matter. I'm going to save the other two. So this is for blessings, and for curse I kind of want to have this, I guess. Yeah, that looks okay. Icon curses. And for the deck I want to have maybe this. Yeah. Icons deck. Alright. I mean, this could be great as well. No. I'm going to try again. Cards. There isn't really a cards deck other than this. Card draw. Card pick. Card discard. No. Alright. Alright. We have our curse, we have our deck, and let's go edit. Dum. Like this. I'm going to rasterize it. I'm going to move this over here. Save. Icon curses. And the same for deck. Move it over here. Rasterize. Move this up here. And remove that and save that. Icon index. Okay. So now I can say icon text. Alright, that's a little bit too small. I'm going to increase it in size a little bit. 0.75. 0.75. It is off center. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Let's make the center as well. And center as well. Icon. This is for blessings. We need to be at 7. 7 and 7. Icon curses. Alright. I think we have icons. Let's see what it looks like in the game. Alright. Continue. I'm going to load the last save. I'm going to... Oh, it is done. That is why. Okay, let's save that again. Yay! I made it again. Wait. Oh yeah, statistics. Right. It looks interesting. Why is it so squished? Is the scale off? Scale is... Oh, it's because it is rotated. I see. I see. Alright, now it should be better. Let's try it again. We only need to go to the collection screen. And then we have icons. Wow. Runs, icons. Okay. The only thing we need to do is we need to save it in a smaller resolution so it doesn't pixelate. Because at this resolution in the small one, it is a little bit pixelated, and to fix that you can make it a little bit smaller. It needs to be maybe 128. No, even smaller, 64. No, let's not. 128 is fine, I guess. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to do this for... Huh? End game pop-up, icons. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Where to... Where are the other icons? Icon? There it is. Okay, I'm going to add this to 128 as well. Should be a little bit better. Yeah. Alright. The whole works. It probably needs a pop-up info or whatever, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. For now, at least it's not... At least it doesn't have the generic buttons anymore, so that's good. Alright, the next thing that we're going to look at is the endless button. Alright, particles need to be hidden. Make sure the UI is shown again. Can start a fight. Okay. I cannot start a fight? Really? Ah yeah, I guess because... okay. Let's see what happens when I call end run. End run. It says hide the spare rain, check for end run achievement. Okay, we need to say win run routine, clear death animation, reset, save endless run. Yes, okay. What is happening when we go back to return to splash? Abandon run? No. Return to title. Return to title. Clear after fight. What is that? Hide header fight, stop OCO routines. Never mind. Stop music, hide the spare rain, return to title routine. Hide card details, reset map, header hide, menu hide, reset game. What we need to do is... Let's see what the endless... Remove endless run. Where is the endless button? Game end pop-up maybe? Endless run, yes, there it is. Okay, clean end game. Remove top tier, okay, that's fine. Hide deck position. Menu hide. I think this needs to show. Wait a minute. Endless run, clean end game, load current state, endless run. Okay, what happens if I just move this to 5 seconds? I just want to see what it does. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry, Unity. All right. Because I want to see what happens right here, and then I want to see what happens right here. Wait a minute, what? Start? Yes. Load. Run. Alright, let's press endless and let's see what happens. I think what is going to happen is that... That's nice. What's going to happen is... Oh, there's still a bug. Alright. Endless. Oh yeah, there is a bug with statistics, right? Let's see. Endless. Okay, 5 seconds. Alright. There was something happening at the top, so this is all here. Load current state. Close map, reset game, clear board, clear deck. Load JSON from file. Load deck. If we're in a fight. No. Show what? Hide map UI? Show no. Show map UI, yes. That is something that confuses me a little bit, because the whole UI is gone. Display player stats. Is that the UI? No, that's not it. Start run. Choose bosses. What's that situation? Oh, you know about the Stop Killing Games initiative? Have you heard about it? It's an initiative where... Okay, that's cool. It's a really cool initiative where basically... So it basically is about publishers making multiplayer games and then basically stopping or ending the service of them, and the players then not having access to them, right? So this is what the initiative is about. Basically, if you're an EU citizen, you can sign it, and it needs 1 million signatures to have a chance at being heard. But yeah, this is a really good thing. If you've ever played a game like that, like a multiplayer game or a live service game, and then suddenly at one day the publisher just stopped it. What this would have done is that the publisher would then just hand over the binaries or whatever, and made it possible that the players could run it themselves in some way or form. Yeah. So this is actually a really cool thing. A lot of people, there was a lot of controversy about this, because some misinformation got spread around and stuff like that. But if you read into that, it is actually really, really clear what this is about, and it just wants to make it possible to have games like these basically being able to be preserved for a long period of time, instead of just being lost to time. But yeah, that's the initiative. They need to remove microtransactions and goddamn emotes and skins and shit. Yeah. There is I think this is actually addressed in this initiative, where they have to find some way for these kinds of things also to be available after the service ends. So yeah, or design the games in a way that don't have such microtransactions in the first place. You know, maybe that's the future. That's why I still love playing old school RuneScape since 2002. Right, exactly. And for me, it was like, you know, Anarchy Online back then, or Star Wars Galaxy, so Final Fantasy XI. I mean, Final Fantasy XI is still ongoing, as also Anarchy Online in some way or form. But Star Wars Galaxies, for example, was a game where I was like, wow, if this, I mean, people are running it, but it's kind of unofficial and, you know, gray area and stuff like that. But if there was an official solution to this where publishers would have to build a game around it in some way, so I think that's a good change all in all. So yeah. And the deadline for this is in roughly 2 weeks. Just have a small team that wipe codes and keeps... Maybe. I mean, not all games will have a big enough community around it to keep it going. So this, you know, this is a case by case situation, I guess. But at least having the option would be interesting. And yeah, I imagine like the next MMO that does this is not going to come from a big publisher, but like a smaller publisher or almost indie, not really indie, but you know what I mean. And then it's like they will find a solution to this problem, and I think it will get really big. And then yeah. I hate vibe coding because when I was learning programming, I had to go to the library and borrow PHP for Dummies and C++. I totally agree. As you see, I'm typing everything myself. You know what's funny? I sometimes use ChatGPT or whatever because when I get stuck, I'm like, okay, what does ChatGPT say? And every time, I swear, every time I paste the code inside, I always have to manually go through it and change it and fix it, right? It's never really the ideal solution. So in the end, you're not really saving time. All you're doing is you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your own way of critical thinking. And you know, I think there was a study recently where people found out that if you keep doing that to yourself, then your brain usage is going down or something crazy like that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying my best to, you know, just always do this manually. I've been doing this for a long time anyway, so I started working with Unity with C# in 2015. And same as you, at the beginning there was no vibe coding or whatever. I would have to go through, I don't know, online forums, Stack Overflow and stuff like that. Or just documentation, you know? Just sometimes read the fucking manual is the right approach. Udemy courses, right? I did an Udemy course for Blender actually. Yeah, that was really cool. There are certain situations, not going to lie, where the solution is so easy that I'm like, okay, I know what this function is going to look like. It is a really stupid, simple function, and I want to save some time, okay? There are situations like that where I'm like, okay, ChatGPT, I know you can do it, just write it to me so I can save 5 minutes. This is like, and then I look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I would have written. But even then it's like, it adds all of these comments, and it is always so nice in the comments. I don't like how nice it is sometimes. It always ends the conversation with the rocket emoji, and I'm like, stop it, just stop it. But yeah, that's funny. I started programming back in 2003 because I wanted to hack RuneScape. Back on topic. And I did it on and off for a couple years until 2016. That's when I took it more seriously and landed a full stack job back in 2018. Nice. And worked with that till 2023, and then I dropped back into uni to get a degree in CS. Wow, that's quite a ride, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that is always how you get into programming like that. You wanna change something. For me, it was modding Half-Life. I mean that wasn't really coding, but then I learned Perl because I wanted to make an online browser game back in 2003. I say to people, I'm a drop in, not a drop out. That's a nice way of saying that. That is really nice. So yeah, yeah. Landing a full stack job because of that is really cool. Start run. I forgot what I was doing. Alright. So I'm going to look at why the UI is missing. Hey Max, how is it going? I see the value of getting a degree even though it comes with a bunch of boilerplate bullshit, but at the end I'm a better programmer now. Yeah, I mean sometimes at least I want to believe that. Yeah, I get that. You don't want to have this time wasted. No, I think you have already you already came from a background of programming a lot, so I think in this case you're not starting fresh, you are adding to your existing knowledge. So I guess I was expecting a heated discussion on Stop Killing Games, not a chilled game dev session. We just did that. We just had that. No, Stop Killing Games is I just explained the initiative is, if you look into it, like at first I was kind of skeptical, you know, and there was some misinformation floating around, so I was a bit I was very confused actually. And I was like, why do people want this? And but then I looked into it and I'm like, okay. So this is not bad. This is not a bad thing. They don't want the IP, they don't want the whole code base or whatever. They just want some way of making the games work after they are closed down. And it's a double-edged sword, to be honest. It backfired on me 2 exams the first semester, but I got humbled when I failed Java basic programming. Gotta be, yeah. There it is. There it is. So yeah, I was kind of wary of the Stop Killing Games business, but the more I looked into it, the more I was like, okay, this is actually a good thing. If a game was designed like this in the first place, then that's a good thing. The publisher can still go like, okay, we have done this for 10 years, we're done with it. It's not making us profit anymore, but you can have it. You can have it. You can run it if you want it. It's all yours. I did have a few thoughts about it. Like, for example, there could be bad actors where this is a really strange situation, but I'm thinking, what if the whole community gets together and says, okay, we are stopping support for this game for 3 months. So at the end of it, we get it for free. This is a possible scenario, but not likely, you know. It's like, yeah, I can get behind the idea. Right. At first I was like, how is this even possible? But if you design it from the start to have a situation like this, to have an outcome like this, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's just maybe it is a good thing. When I complain about the grade, they said the whole point of this exam was to show that you have learned Java programming and give us actual code. Even though your pseudo explanation on point, you didn't write a single line of code. Okay. Interesting. There are definitely issues to be solved, and many of them will require money and effort from devs. Yeah, definitely. But as far as I understand, the initiative is not retroactive. So I think I mean, this was a bit weird because he said it was not, the guy who made the initiative said it was not retroactive. But then he said it will affect it might affect some existing games, so I'm not really entirely sure about that. But yeah. But overall, I mean, as a game dev, I can understand the complexity around it is really hard to grasp. But on the other hand, if you design it like, I don't know, maybe you can design it like it's just using a bunch of Docker containers for microservices and stuff, and you can then hand these over. I mean, there are some proprietary copyright issues and stuff like that that you would have to think about. But maybe overall that's a good change. Maybe overall that's a good thing. I said, but what about games in development already? I mean, yeah. Not that any legislation will get passed in any foreseeable future. Right. Yeah, I mean, one of the other things that I said was that if I was a CEO or whatever of a big publisher, I might be hesitant to greenlight any games like this in the future. But then again, another company will come around and make it exactly like that. And they have this little text in the description where it says, this game will be handed over to the community after the service ends. And they will make millions. People will flock to this game, and then it will signal to the other publishers that it is possible and that customers want this, and then it will be the standard. So yeah. To be fair, at the end of the day, all that matters is that you deliver on deadline so you can get paid, and yeah, back home. But I guess it didn't change the mind to change the education system, right? Yeah, be right back, there are ads. I'm sorry. Okay. Show map UI, show map. Where is it saying the... Where is it starting the UI or showing the UI? I think the UI is here somewhere. Map, material inventory. Let me check. All right, tap the display. Hard. This might be it, right? Yeah, this might be it. The cards menu is okay. Menu dot show. Resume last run routine. Ah, so maybe that's what I need to do. Alright. Okay, I think the ads are almost done. Okay, endless. Are you from Germany? I am from Austria. So, almost. Almost. Clean endgame. I think I need to do this here. Or right below it. I'm wondering why this is not happening in the load current state, to be honest. What? Yeah, I guess. Card game manager, show map UI, and card game manager menu show. That should be it. So yeah, and there was this huge discussion about Stop Killing Games, because there was one guy, Pirate Software, who apparently misunderstood the whole initiative, and at first I was kind of on his side because he sounded so confident. It's like talking to ChatGPT. But the more I looked into it, the initiative itself, it was like, maybe it's not that bad. Pirate Software, yeah. That one, yes. There is a bit of controversy going on. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. So at this point, it's like this initiative has created this rift among some people. So it's like some people say it's not good, some people say it is good. Some people still are on Pirate Software's side, some people are now on the initiative side. Yeah. But if you follow this a little bit more, I think it becomes clear that the initiative is not very aggressive. It is just trying to open a discussion and trying to find a solution. It's saying, hey, this might be a problem. What can we do about this? So I think this is a good approach. All right, what is happening now? Okay. We have the menu back. We have the inventory back. Can I start a fight? I can. All right. You can do what Blizzard does. What does Blizzard do? Just ignore it. I mean, we launch every goddamn expansion and rebrand it. Exactly. I mean, that is World of Warcraft Classic. To me, is a sign that there is a market for old games like this. So there is definitely a need for this. It's like one of the arguments that I had in a recent stream against the initiative was like, who is going to play this anyway? Who is going to play old games? But World of Warcraft Classic and is a good example. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh wow. But yeah. Hey, the endless seems to work really well. I'm going to load again. I'm going to run this again. See what happens. I'm going to push the endless button. The only thing that is still here is the particles. Ah. Yeah, I think I need to do that afterwards and hide the particles. That's what we're going to do. Load current state. Let's move this to 0 again. Endless mode, nice, I approve. We will see. We will see. I have not played a single run yet in endless. I just added the button basically. I understand vanilla war, but then they went on to classic everything. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, they're trying to milk it. It is kind of what they do, I guess. Load current state. It is waiting a little bit. Hide, show fight. Display chapter starts. Show current chapter, start music, show map. Is this an... Oh yeah, it is. Ah. So I can just do this. Yield. Return. Don't need a new here. Just do this. What? Oh yeah. Let's make it public. And that should be it. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try that again. How is your game going, Max? Are you adding a new character? Alright, if this endless button works, which I hope it does. Oh, I forgot the particles. Particles. Please. Show gold particles? No, I need the endgame particles. Started work yesterday? Cool. That is really exciting. That is really exciting. Workshop support is coming out soon. Nice. That's going to open up a whole lot of new options. Where is the save endless run set? Wait a minute. Where is the player win and run animation? Where is the particle animation? Oh, it's in the win run pop-up. Probably. Show splash screen? Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to need this. Set active false. Splash screen set active true. Okay, this is what is needed for the splash screen. So we're going to put this here, and here we're going to say hide end game objects. So we can use it for something else. All right. It does this, it does this. Okay. We're going to use it as well for endless. Right here. I think we're going to have to do that earlier. Around here. In the card game manager, hide end game objects. Awesome. Oops. Unity was still running. But yeah, one of the games that I would have liked to keep in a functional state was definitely Star Wars Galaxies back then. That was crazy how they ended it. Basically, Star Wars Galaxies was one of the most experimental MMOs that I've ever played. Because you were on your own planet. There were several planets, but one of the planets was Tatooine, of course. And you could place objects like houses and stuff like that, and stores and your farms anywhere on the planet besides the main cities. And that was really fascinating to me. It was really cool. They changed it a little bit later on. And the class system was so awesome. You could basically do everything you want, which they also remedied after with a little patch that was very controversial. And then they just ended it. Yeah. The hardest part of game dev is the art and animations, or am I wrong? It depends on what you're good at, I guess. If you're a team, like if you're a team of 3 people, one does the coding, one does the sound and music, and one does the art and animations, then I guess it's really hard to say, because every person of this three-person team is doing their job and doing what they love and doing what they experienced are in. So I'm not sure what the hardest part of game dev is. It's some people would say marketing. Other people would say finishing the game is the hardest part of game dev. But art and animation, it's very hard to say. It really depends on if you have something. If you have a person on the team that is experienced in stuff like that, then it's not that hard, I guess. Hard to make it great, yes. If you want to make a game that is commercially successful, that is very hard. You hate front-end work? I mean, you hate it, but other people enjoy it, right? So it's really all about what your strengths are. For me, what is the hardest part for me? I don't really know. I love doing the logic what actually matters. Right. I do like coding a lot. It's really a fun process for me. To a point where I'm doing it too much, because at some point you're like, okay, do I really need to add this new feature, or is it just because I want to see if I can do it, if as a personal challenge? I did say marketing. I did say marketing is the hardest part of game dev. Again, it depends. It depends on if you're a solo developer, or if you have a bigger team. But as a solo developer, yeah, getting the word out is hard. Finishing a game is really hard. That's one of the top 10 things for sure. And making a game that is easily understood. That is also a really hard part. One of the hardest parts. Definitely. But in your case, if you hate the front end stuff, that is one of the situations where we could definitely look out for somebody who loves doing that, and then go from there. Oh, didn't I save? I guess I didn't. Or something else happened. Or something else happened. Load current state routine. Yield, return, etc, etc. Pen down. We are already down. If in fight, no. Made for fixed update. No, that should all be alright. Finishing anything related to program is hard unless you're getting paid for it. Unless you're getting paid for it. That is an interesting perspective. Because if you're getting paid for it, that usually means there's a deadline attached to it. And a budget attached to it, which is almost always finite. So in a way you're right. But that doesn't make finishing it easier. I think. Because if you have a deadline and you need to finish it on time, then you have to make decisions to make that possible. You have to make sure, okay, we have to cut this feature, we have to cut this feature. We cannot do X, we cannot do Y. You still have to finish it. If you're finishing a personal project with no money attached to it, then that's definitely hard, yes. But to remedy that, you need to find a deadline for yourself and out of thin air and try to keep that. Yeah. The way I always do it is I have like internal deadlines that I set for myself. And I also kind of know when a project is starting to get on my nerves, which is usually the time where I'm like, okay, I need to really finish that, or else I'm going to go crazy. So yeah, that is. But I have some unfinished projects, definitely. Some projects that have never gotten off the ground or were still in prototyping and were never really fun. And I'm like, okay, I could still finish that, but it's not really a good idea. But yeah, I had a project in 2010 or something like that. Yeah, 2007 until 2010. Where I had already announced the project and all I had to do was finish it. And that was really hard. That was like, okay, I have already announced it, that I would make it. And in retrospect, that was a really bad idea. You should never announce a project if you don't have it yet. I did that, and it was really quite hard. Yes. That was a lesson for me. Never going to do that again. What is happening here? Debug log. Hi. Hi too. Load current state routine. Same here, the only things I finished are work-related features and projects, but personal project is 0. I mean, there is no... It's... if it's just a personal project, I could argue that finishing is still a good idea, but on the other hand, if it's just for you personally, you don't really have to finish it. You know, it's like you can do whatever you want. But I get it that it might not feel like you have achieved something, even though you probably did, because starting a project is not easy either. Starting a project is one of the hardest things that you can do. So even if you have only started the project and worked on it a little bit, you're still here and other people are still here. Right? So it's not that bad. You still have something to show off is what I'm saying. Even if it's not finished. Load current state routine. It should be here somewhere. Why is it getting stuck? Return, high 2. But if you want to get better at finishing things, then you need to start smaller projects and then slowly work your way up. That is what I did, actually. I think one of the... I initially started making Half-Life maps, like small multiplayer maps, and then I would finish those, and then I would make smaller maps, bigger maps, and then I would make campaigns, single-player campaigns and stuff like that. But if I didn't have those smaller finished maps, then I don't think I would have finished like bigger campaigns. And the same thing later. I made smaller Flash games leading up to another bigger project. Yeah. But small projects are always a good idea to learn how to finish stuff. And once you have that feeling of you increase the trust in yourself, because you know, I'm a person who can finish things that they have started. So the trust in yourself increases over time. And then you're like, okay, I know I can tackle a bigger project now because I can do it. I know I can do it because I've been through it. So this is finishing in itself is a skill that you can train. And I think that's really cool. That's my biggest issue, is that I think so much about the finished project that I lose interest early on because it's so far away. Right. Yeah, that's... if you see the finished product, it's like... I always like the analogy of the project being a mountain. And one of the worst things that you can do while climbing a mountain is looking up or down. So the best thing while climbing a mountain is look straight ahead, look where you're putting your feet, look where you're putting your hands, just go one step at a time. That is what I like to do. Yeah. If you look down, you're like, oh, never mind, this is a bad idea, let's go back. And if you look up, then it's like, oh, never mind, a bad idea, I'm never going to get there. Yeah. Hi there. And I just want to see if the code actually gets here. I got here. Thanks. Going to save the pop-up as well. Solid advice. Thanks, Max. I'm just reading a book called Tiny Experiments. And Tiny Experiments basically says that setting goals is not doing you any good. What you need to do is try experiments. For example, you cannot set yourself a goal of, I want to have 250,000 followers by the end of the month. That is not a goal that you can do. But what you can do is, I want to work on my game for 1 hour each day for the next 30 days. That is something that you can set yourself. I think the book is very cool about this. I love this quote too. Just because you don't give up doesn't mean you will make it. Yeah. Focus on input, not output. Yes. And the book also says that if you focus on the goal and not the moment, then there is no meaning in anything that you're doing, because you're putting the meaning on the goal, on the end product. which is not what you're supposed to do, because then leading up until the end, you don't enjoy the process, which is really weird actually. So what you need to do is enjoy the process and get better at it, or try to read more about it, or, you know, as I said, have some kind of challenge that you're setting yourself. Focus on what you're putting in, not what you want to happen. Exactly. Yeah. I also talked to a guy recently, and he said, what did he say? I wrote it down actually. Before you could remember why you started in the first place, and I think that was really nice. That was a really cool thing to say. All right, let's test it out. Endless. Click. Wow, it doesn't do anything. Huh. What? It's not doing anything? That's crazy. Ah, I got here. So it is loading everything. Why is it not working then? Wait for fixed update. Is there a return here somewhere? In fight, show map. Does it think I'm in a fight? Does it think I'm in a fight? No, it shouldn't. What does it say? Card game manager. Game state. Where is the game state? Game configuration. No, that's not it. Persistent buttons. Scene cutscenes. Found text. No. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused right now. I got here. I'm going to add another one here. And I'm going to say, are we in a fight? Yes. Yes. And no. And it should just say no, to be honest. Yes, let's start, please. Particles need to be hidden. I think we did that. Made sure UI is shown again. We did that. Cannot start a fire. I think you can. This is still open. Only show end of... Okay, okay. Start. Start run. Load and press end turn. Endless. Let's click it and see what happens. That's crazy. Why is that happening? Only after I changed it to numerator? Are we in a fight? Yes. Oh. Okay. That is something we can fix. Where does it say? Where is it set to false? Right here. And only here. Clear after fight. Head fight routine. Hide header, I mean. Stop all coroutines. Alright. End fight. But that's the question. I think it shouldn't actually return to title and an end fight. End fight is called... Yeah, it should be right here. So it shouldn't be in a fight. That's fascinating. Okay, let's try it again. Are we in a fight? yes and no. So where is it set to true? It is set to true right here. And nowhere else. So why is it calling start fight? Start fight from node, start boss. No. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe it's just a race condition though. Endless. Maybe it is a race condition. Maybe I just need to wait a little bit. Is that it? Clean endgame. Hide, reset map, header fight, reset game. I mean, I can try to set it manually, but that is really weird. Get game state in fight is false. Is the game reset? No. Game status. Game status. We have ads. Okay. In fight. Game state. What is happening in the load current state? Let's see. There is a previous turn save. Test save. Loads. Okay. There it is. Endless run. Right. The difference is clear deck. About to win is false. Game state. Ah, yeah, here it is set. Game save state. Right. So it needs to be. That is interesting. So I guess save endless run. I guess this is before the fight ends. Is that really true? Ah, maybe it is because. Maybe it's because before it got saved, but that is really strange. Save endless run. We can try it here. Debug. In a fight. Class game state. In fight. It should not be true. That is the crazy thing. It should not be true here. End run, because this is in end fight. That's crazy. End fight, clear after fight. And it says in fight to false. Yeah, let's try it out. I mean, it's not that's not the best solution, but we shall see, we shall see. Let's try it again. Why would it matter if it's called from a routine other than just a function? It does sound like a race condition, to be honest. Load. Hit okay. Endless. Are we in a fight? What? Oh, what did I call it? In fight. Right here, in fight. To string, what? Oh, it's just in a fight. Never mind. In a fight is false. That is interesting. Where does it get set to true? What? Is it on by default? That would be crazy. Invite. No, it's false by default. Alright. I'm really confused now. Game end pop-up. Endless run. I guess... Why would it be in a fight? Let's see. Load current state routine. Hi there. Game state in a fight. Debug log. Game state in a fight says game state in fight to string. But it's but it's the same here. Unless something changes in here. Unless something changes in here, which it shouldn't be. That would be crazy. I'm going to I'm going to check this here as well. Just in case. None of this should matter. Maybe it's in reset game? No. Why would reset game set it to true? That's not. Okay. Let's see. We can also check the JSON file that is being generated. No. Tests, yes, this is. Open into Explorer. Endless run, there it is. In fight. In fight is false. That's interesting. It's loading JSON. It is saving it correctly. But when it is loading, it's true. Okay. Alright. Start. Let's load and run. That's fine. Let's click on endless. What? Huh? It did nothing. Wait a minute. Okay, let's try it again. Game state in a fight. That should only happen if... It did not... What? It did nothing at all? Now I'm really confused. Oh, it's because... in fight... See all references. I'm setting it manually now. Don't want to do that just yet. Not yet. Okay, let's compile it again and run it again. I'm really confused because it worked when this is not a routine, but now that it is calling the routine directly. Hide endgame objects, clean endgame. Okay. Start. Run. End the fight. And now I want to see what happens when I click on endless. Nothing. Oh, so it doesn't get here? Or what? Maybe it doesn't work anymore. Maybe that's the reason. Hey. Hey 2. Load current state routine. Public item. Is this the wrong one? No, this is the correct one. Okay, let's see. Endless routine, clean endgame, hide endgame objects. It waits a little bit and then it should just... It does not... Huh? I'm really confused. Am I using the routine wrong? Numerator. We were talking about the hardest things in game dev, and I think it's errors like this. It's like, huh? This should work, but it's not working. Yield, return, clearboard. Ah, I'm sorry, Unity. Endless. Yield, return. Load current state routine. That is crazy. It should just work. What is the difference between... Wait a minute. No, it should work. Reset game. I'm having a feeling that maybe the routines get stopped for some reason. So yeah, maybe it is a race condition. Maybe it is. But let's see. I'm sure it is a really minor thing. Like a very small thing that I overlooked. Clear, click on endless. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's just a ghost. Wait a minute. Did I make an error here? Hide endgame objects? Wait a minute. Is this the reason why nothing is working anymore? Did I make a wrong call here? Game info was it? Oh, yeah. You cannot. Okay. It was deactivating itself. And you cannot start a coroutine from an inactive object. Of course. Of course. So this needs to happen at the end. Alright. That's fixed now. Yeah. Sometimes you set things to inactive and then you still want to interact with it. And you're like, why is it not working? And Unity is like, well, it's not active. And I'm like, why? And Unity is like, well, you set it to active false. I'm like, okay. Alright, victory, endless. Alright. Alright. So, we're back to... Okay, I can enter fights. What was that? I can enter fights. Let's see how far I can get without weird stuff happening. That was really weird. Where did that come from? Where did you come from, little blessing? Alright. Let's go back again. So, the thing that was not good. Let's just focus on the details for now. The thing that was not good is definitely that wait a minute, what is happening? I press endless. The heart disappears. The heart appears. It fades out. It should just... What should actually happen is that I don't think we should have a fade out at all. And why is the heart disappearing? Menu hide, close menu. Yes. What is clean endgame doing? Tech hide, tech position, hide card details, menu hide, reset game. None of this really matters. Unless... Remove top kills card. I mean, isn't this deactivated anyway? Endless game. So maybe I don't need to do this at all. That could be an option. That could be an option, yes. And the fade out is from the map that is being generated again. So it is actually a chapter switch. That is fine because I want to have a different background anyway for the endless run. So that's okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's be more specific with the functions that we're calling. Don't just shotgun approach all the functions. Endless. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that was better. Even though I don't understand what happened to the deck. Let's see again. Let's try this again. Continue. Chapter. Oh yeah, the background is wrong. Okay, that's fine. So, I'm here. Oh yeah, this is also an edge case probably. Endless. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So far, it's not looking bad. We might be almost there. Let's see what else is odd. I click endless. There is a weird flickering of this one card that's flying upwards. I don't know why. Let's try it again. End turn. And I'm going to go through it step by step. Okay. First of all, it removes all of the blessing cards. Interesting. Then it removes everything and spawns the curses again. It shows the inventory button. These are... What are you? What are you? Minions? Okay. But where are you going? Why are you going up? Minion? Oh, is this the enemy graveyard? I think it is. Speaking of things that are hard in game dev, UI and everything in relation to it. That is true. Actually, that's true, yeah. Enemy graveyard enemies. So, this is here? Wait. No, this is... No. Blessings, allies, enemies. Cards. Deck. Oh yeah, enemy graveyard pile. Where is it? Oh yeah, this is up here. I see. So you're going for the enemy graveyard pile. Okay, that's fine. But why is it coming from the bottom? Why is it coming from the bottom of the screen? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, what happens now? Oh, it's fading out because it's switching to the next chapter. Okay, that's fine. It is generating the new map. Hope. Select. Yeah. New map is being generated. Okay. So the only issue is that the graveyard. The graveyard is... oh, I cannot click on this. Right, these are the... Okay, this is the graveyard. Interesting. Okay, let's go through it once more. We might have realized that making a game in general is hard. And that is what everybody is saying. And I agree. The problem with saying that is... it might... this is so weird because... When I say, yeah, making games is hard, but I sit here every day and do it. So, is it hard to a point where you cannot do it? No. What does it make it hard? Is it just because you have to keep up motivation? what is the hard part? Because you can obviously do it. And if you can do it, maybe hard is the wrong word for it. I don't know. Why is it still at minus? I thought this was higher now. I thought I changed this. Run statistics. Isn't there a layout for this? Statistics tab. There it is. Current chapter. Yeah, I did change it. Alright. What is the other chapter? At minus 19. Ah, okay, so this... Okay, yeah, then let's add it to... Let's move it even further to the camera. That's fine. I can live with that. Alright, let's try endless again. The cards flying up is really crazy. Why is it doing that? That means... I know why. I think I know why. Because it takes all of the cards after the win run animation. I think that's why. Okay. Win run animation. Set active. Player win run animation. That is it. Is okay, while not fire down, and afterwards set active false. What happens afterwards? See all references. Player death animation reset. There it is. Okay. Cards, get all cards for triggers. Add range, get deck cards, reset. And reset rotation, reset curses, align cards 0. What? Where are you putting it? Get all cards for triggers. This is not everything that needs to happen here. Set current node done. Check win streak, end run, show game end pop up. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Show. Hide blessings and curses. Deck tab delayed. Show deck tab. Let's see what happens here. It gets all of the cards. And what about the other ones though? In win run animation, it gets all of the cards. Right? Get all cards for triggers. Except for the graveyard cards, I think. So maybe the graveyard cards aren't in this animation at all. Let's see what happens with the graveyard cards. Maybe they're at the bottom right away. No, they should be deactivated actually. I think they are deactivated. Huh? Wait a minute. I think that's the load current state. Load current state routine. Load enemy graveyard from save state. Add enemy to cemetery. After added to enemy. I think it needs to... Don't I have to disable it? Can I deactivate it? Oh my god. After I did to sanitary. Face down, that's fair. Okay, I think maybe we can just try to have the correct initial position. What is that? Enemy death? Okay, that's fine. Load from card state, from save state. Deck start with. Oh! Oh, here is the. I see. I see. Okay, that's. Yeah, here is why the cards are flying across the table. That makes sense. Okay. Load, current state routine. Enemy graveyard, card, set target position. No. What I want to do is card transform position is enemy graveyard. Graveyard enemy? Yeah. Dot transform position. That should be it. You should just start right over there instead of. But that is really fascinating. that is interesting. That explains a lot. Okay. Load card from save state, and I guess it just applies the position. Generate creature card, spell card. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Alright. That should be it. Maybe making games is not supposed to be hard. maybe we should just stop making it hard on ourselves. Maybe we should just stop worrying about UI. Stop worrying about balancing. Stop worrying about making it look good. It's all just self-imposed. Maybe that's the reason. Endless. What's happening when I press this? Okay. Load and please. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I clicked on the. Oh. So when I press this, endless. The only thing that is really weird right now is because the blessing cards disappear immediately. So that is a little weird. Endless run. Close menu, hide. Menu, close and hide. Why am I waiting here? Oh, because there is a hide function, right? Yeah, clean endgame. No, wait a minute. That is not being called. That is not being called, is it? Call function closing false, right. So, what? Are the blessings part of the... Are the blessings... Wait a minute. Close map, reset game. Clear board. Return, reset picked cards. Reset cards? What does that do? It goes through allies, blessings... Reset starts, reset rotation, Graveyard, blessings. Let's see that again. Close map, reset game. Clear board. Clear summons, discard hand, hide loading, hide reset cards, reset lanes. So maybe somewhere in here. The question is, what is happening when I press endless and immediately the blessings disappear? Okay. Not immediately, but you know. Okay. Huh? What? Wait a minute, what? Oh, maybe the click didn't get through. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Game state is false. So it is in here already. I think what I need to do is... I mean, it's probably here. Clear deck. What does that do? Oh, okay. It returns all of the cards. Alright. What? But then... What about these? What about these? Show top deck. Top. Get all cards for top. Okay, I will be right back. All right. Let's get this to work. Let's get back to work. Why are the blessings disappearing before the rest of the cards? Actually, the question is, why are the other cards not disappearing? That is probably the bigger question. So, what can we do about this? Well, this is probably still in here. Just a regular card pool, okay. Oh, I know what I can do. There is a show deck tab. Hide statistics. But if I open the other tab, then it should say hide deck, right? So I think what I can do is I can hide the deck. I will just call this function. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to call it right here. Remove these and try again. I think that's the solution. And I think the enemies spawn in the correct position as well, so it always should look a little bit better. I mean, the best... No, that's fine. Start. Let's load. Let's end the fight. I'm going to press endless. Okay. That was better. That was better, but there was a little bit of a hiccup. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, that was a little weird. Let's see what happens. I'm going to end the turn. And this. And no, I cannot save here. But I can press the button and pause again. Ah. Interesting, okay. Interesting. So there was a little bit of a... Yeah, I'm not sure I can... I'm not sure what I can do here. Endless. Should this be... I think this should be better the more often I do it. If I'm thinking correctly. Because it should just generate the cards from the pool. Oh no, what happened? Endless. Can I click on this now? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay. We need to make a separate function for this. We need to say yield return. Destroy deck or something like that? No. Let's just say I mean hide deck is the correct name. Hide deck for endless run. Let's put it this way. Hide deck and hide deck for endless, because I want to the local scale is correct, disable card is correct. After added to deck, no. That is correct. Deck align cards. Align cards 0. I want to move all of the cards to the bottom of the screen. So set target local position is new vector minus 12 0 0. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to align the cards. I'm just going to move them outside of the screen, and then the other cards can come in again. The problem is that loading the endless save will always generate its own cards, so IE numerator. Yield. Return a new, wait for seconds. It needs to wait for the cards to disappear entirely. And then it can spawn the new cards. And that will also fix the issue of this little hiccup that we just saw. And yeah, it should be a bit more graceful. At least that's the hope. And then, is there anything else that we need to do for that? Let's see. Yeah, the chapter display is wrong. And only show the endless button when you actually win the run. Yeah, that makes sense. But other than that, we can test it out. Endless? Oh. I used the x-axis, not the y-axis. Alright, confusing X and Y is definitely something that you should not do. Not after many years of working in games. But it still happens, you know? It still happens. Alright, continue. Load. End run. I mean end turn. Endless. Okay, yeah, that is a bit better. It's a bit better. Still not entirely super graceful, but it's it is something. It is something. Let's click it and see what's happening. Okay, it's moving all of the cards down below. Then it removes the buttons, that's fine. It removes the header and it instantly sets the curse here. The curse should also spawn off screen, to be honest. That would be much better. And the particles just disappear? Okay. But the curse needs to spawn off screen, definitely. Load. Save state. Not save state. Not current state, okay. Some of these. Okay, I can remove all the debug log again. I don't need them. It was not really helpful anyway, but I mean it was. And then we can spawn the curses off screen. Load enemies, allies, hand. Oh no. Blessings and curses, yeah. Blessings. Load card from save state. Yeah, okay. And curses is the same. So why equal curse card? Generate curse card. I guess there is a position here somewhere. No. Generate card. Display card art. There is no positioning here happening. Oops. Load card from save state. This should be the position for all of them. Oh, it is not using them for... Ah, I see. Alright, so card transform position is deck start position. Why is it working for the blessings though? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, generate curse card. Is it going to be added? No. It's just generating the curse card. Okay. And then... Okay, yeah, okay. Yes. Let's try it. I think it should be better now. The menu is still disappearing, the header is still disappearing, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We need a new background, and I think I know what to do about the background. I know what to do. Continue, let's load, and let's end the run. Alright. Let's press endless. Click, click, click. All of the cards disappear. Then the menu disappears. Then the header should disappear at some point. Yes. The inventory button is here. Curse gets added. Blessing gets added. The cards get added. And the particles are gone. Now we're fading out to the next chapter. And that's it. New map gets generated. This needs to change. I think there is a text here, right? Why can I not meter click move anymore? Okay. This is a text, so I can definitely say stuff like this, okay. Is this... No, chapter display is not fixated, right? I don't think so. I hope not. Okay, I can click on stuff. Let's see what the game looks like in endless mode. I wanna get to the next boss at least and see what happens. In theory, there should be nothing wrong with the game. Because the only hardcore thing is that it checks for... It checks for... Chapter 3. If you're ending the game in chapter 3 and you're winning the run, then it ends the game. But other than that, it should be fine. There's nothing hard-coded. The numbers should scale. All of the enemies should scale. Maybe not high enough, but we will see. We shall see. At the moment it looks alright. It is definitely higher. Okay, yeah, the numbers here are also already higher. I think one of the problems is that the numbers don't scale high enough or not fast enough. Wait a minute, what are we going to do here? We're going to make a bigger poison. A much bigger poison. Poison 33, 35. And now it's poison 46. If I add that here, that's already insane amount of damage. Place it here, place it here. Something that is immediately obvious to me is that there should probably be no longer any fights with only 2 lanes. That's not... Probably not a good idea anymore. But other than that... yeah, let's do that. Got a new curse. Nice. Ella debuffed. Okay. The cards, yeah, okay. 82 health, that's a big number. That is a very big number. But it still dies immediately. So yeah. I'm still in range of winning. Wow, poison 14, that's crazy. The numbers of the shop scale really well, I think. Enemy buffed. Do I have Exodus? I think I do. Yeah, okay. So I don't think I need a new... Wait a minute. The numbers here don't make any sense at all. Why is it at 2? Why is it generating 2 slots? Okay, let's write that down. Shop generates 2 slot cards? Question mark? It's 2 and 1 slot. Creatures and 1 slot spells. So there is another hardcore magic, I think, that we have to fix. Let's check out the shop. Yeah, it's the same. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is it's horrible. This definitely needs to be changed. Okay, what about elite fights? 133. That should still be possible to achieve. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it keeps going. Wow. Let's try... I mean... Yeah, let's try that. Yes, okay, nice. I didn't really have to do anything. Let's get another... Yeah, this is one problem, I guess, because most of the blessings don't scale anymore. They only have 3 versions to them. So there is an endpoint inside, but you get so many blessings. I think that's the way they scale, I guess, because you get multiple of them. Crack slots, yeah, okay. Fight. Redraw. Enemy debuff, that's good. Spellblade poison, so let's try. Right. Enemy debuff, this is my... is carrying this run at the moment. A little bit of void. Never hurts. And the fight is dead. I mean, the fight ends. Golden blockade, okay. Alright, this is the 4th boss. I'm curious. Can I do anything? No. All allies. No, I think that's it. Let's see what happens. 283, and it's going to copy my creatures. That's not good. That's not good. I guess I can... Oh, I can draw a card, okay. Okay, that's better. Please don't copy it. Alright, that's good. Overcharged, which means I can do damage next round. Void. Okay. Let's put you over here. Oh, it has 4 immunity now. 4 immunity turns. Alright. Yeah, that's great. I think that's great. Let's keep throwing out small creatures so the enemy is not too strong. 1 more immunity. Okay, that's doable. We can do that. We can do that. Alright, immunity is gone. Time to end this fight. It's time to end this. Please? I should have played this first. Okay, I can survive this, that's fine. Oh, I can just put you here. Nice. Boss number 4 is down. Rage. Deck shuffle, draw card. What do the creatures look like now in chapter 4? In chapter 5? Kills? How many? Oh, the kills don't get displayed. There's another bug. Oh no. Oh no. There should be mana cost display. Card art. Where's the kill description? Kills display, there it is. I think this needs to be in inventory. Huh? What? Kills text. Sorting layer, inventory. Okay. Ah, yeah, there it is. Black gradient is also inventory. Okay, now it works again. Yes. Okay, let's do that in the prefab. I think it's called kills display, right? Yeah, okay. Prefabs, kills display. Set the correct sorting layer. The same for text. And the same for the background. Inventory, inventory, inventory. So this is hopefully working again. Show end. Yeah, okay. Let's keep playing. I wanna see how it progresses. It feels to me. Am I in chapter 5? Yes. I'm in chapter 5 of 3. That definitely needs to be fixed. Feels to me like a little bit too easy, but we will see. So I think it needs to scale a little bit more. 28 kills, that's fine. I'm going to I can probably add this to instead of impulse. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. That's a huge change. Oh, upgrading. Upgrading something will also help. Going to add shield here. I mean, that's not really the best one, but maybe regeneration is better. 4 and 8. Okay, let's move this here. We can add poison here. No, let's leave it like that. Let's see. 105. Okay, they're definitely increasing in HP. It's still not enough. Oh, it survived. It survived. Spellblade in Simulate 7. That is... Oh! Ah, I see. Enemies, special enemies need to generate the rare form. They are not in the rare form, that is why. Also, they will not scale. So I might have to add a fourth form. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Eternal is cool. Redraw is getting a lot more expensive. That's fine. That's fine. So the special enemies definitely need some way of scaling. I'm curious as to how I can fix that. Lightning spellblade, that sounds good. Enemy debuffed. Oh, there's another enemy debuffed. We can use that. We can use that right here. Creature shifted is also not bad. Another target all. I mean, why not? Bully is crazy with 138 HP. I meant to say 31 HP, of course. Okay. It just needs a different background for sure. And who knows? Who knows what else? Attack, poison 17. Do I have something else? No. Okay. Attack, lament. Spellblade incinerate 16. I mean the ranges of the Lakama are correct. It's just the special enemies because they're hard-coded, yeah. So maybe what I can do is apply some value and add value to Lakama. Maybe that will help. Maybe I can just say, okay, I'm in chapter 4, so please add +10 to all the generated values. Something like that. But man, I don't like that there is always 2. Make it so there are never 2 lanes. I think this is not good that there are only 2 lanes. I know, I mean, on the other hand, yeah, it only generates 2 enemies, so that's fine. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. I just saw another bug. Upgrade. Message was behind card. So it needs to be set to pop-up layer. That should help. That should and will help. That's funny. In Winamp, the music for the shop just started, and I'm entering a shop. Okay, that's a funny coincidence. All right. Poison 17. I don't think I need another creature right now. I'm good. And yeah, the generated cards are not good. Okay. I'm going to increase my poison 49. 46, sorry. And add another 17. It's not poison 63. Insane values. Mirror, poison 14. Okay, yeah, I'm going to rest a little bit. I don't need anything else. Let's see what the boss is in chapter 5. Damage taken, demons, yeah, this is, yeah, okay. Special enemies and bosses. Bosses and special enemy need to generate rare form. That is a huge problem. Huge. Enemy debuffed. Does it have immunity 5? Okay, yeah, that's good. So at least that works. Oh no! Enemy debuffed? Okay, so they are not dead, but at least I was able to do a lot of damage. Lament, okay. Whenever something dies, I guess, yeah. Good. An immunity of 5 is crazy though. Bosses. Limit immunity to 5. I think more than 5 is not good. I don't think so. It still has 4. That's crazy. Even 5 is a little much, I think. Because I'm not just standing here. Maybe 4 is the correct one? Maybe just have it at 4. That's fine. It's still 2 left. Wow. Things are happening. Alright, it's time to end this fight. Void. And... holy crap, I have a creature with 477 damage. Yeah, it definitely needs to increase the values. Okay, yeah, we can do that. You know, I kind of want to see how far this goes. But yeah, I think this is working. So we need a new background. We need a new music track. It just keeps going forever and ever, never, never, ever. We need to check the values. What was that? Ah, it was a random buff. Okay, yeah. It was. And maybe it needs to scale a little bit more. Wow, I'm tired. Enemy debuffed. Poison. I don't think I'm in any danger, to be honest. It might just be... I just might have to increase the values more exponentially. I think they already increase no, they don't increase exponentially. Do they? I don't think so. But I think they need to be a lot crazier. Sacrifice? No. 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 Alright. I'm going to redraw. Attack and enemy debuffed. 170. I mean, if the shop keeps up with these numbers, I don't think this is impossible. But it should be... Yeah, the enemies should scale a lot harder. What is this now? Okay, it's 176. It has 6 immunity. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. Void. Alright, so we can start the chain. It's still alive. Let's make another curse. Base loss. Increase this by 20. Okay. Enemy debuff is still open, so we can do that. Alright, this creature was gone. Oh, charm. No, I have to be careful. Don't charm this guy, please. Please not. Alright. Enemy debuffed. Let's go here and poison. For a mega combo. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Oh no. The card is in front of... Oh. Yeah, okay. Enemy debuffed. Oh, these are already done? Okay. How much? Still 5 immunity left? Wow. Yeah, I think this is too much. And now it's... No. 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 Alright. Let's keep going for until the immunity is done. But I think this is the last boss, then I will make some changes. It definitely needs to scale a little bit higher. Exodus, please? Please give me the correct one? No? Okay. You're stubborn. That's fine. What about now? Still not the right one. But it's dead anyway. Okay. Alright, so in theory it works. We just have to adjust the values and make a background and stuff like that. Right. It's actually chapter 7. That's cool. Increase enemy values a bit more after chapter 3. Okay. Chapter 4 out of 3 should be changed to 4 out of infinite. That's the first thing that we're going to do. Chapter display. I think this is a separate function. Chapter display. Display chapters. Active chapter. What is... Oh. Oh, I see. Clear chapters. For each chapter. Int to Roman. Wait, did it actually do that already? No. If I is smaller than total chapters. Oh. Okay. Total chapters is not 3. It is... Wait a minute. Total chapters is infinite. Total chapters is always the 3. No. I'm getting confused. Is it 3? No, no, no. Wait a minute. Display chapters. It needs to display 3 icons, which means if total chapters, I mean, that's fine. It says 3 chapters, so that's it. That should be it. Is the text correct already? Maybe the text is already correct. No. No, 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 it is not. It is not. It should be... So what it needs to do is... Is the leftmost always active and the other one's not? Is that what we need to do? Or is the rightmost always the last one? And the other ones are inactive? I think that's what we want to do, because then it looks a little bit better. Okay. If active chapter is 0 based, okay? Okay, let's think about this. If active chapter is greater than 2, it needs to... is active chapter... If it is bigger than 2, then we need to set... The description needs to change and the... And the active chapter is always the last one. So maybe we need a separate count. We need a int chapter count is... I think it's 0, but if active chapter is greater than 2, then chapter count needs to start at active chapter minus 2. Because then it is 4, 3, 2. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So we're going to increase it here, chapter count plus plus. And we're going to use chapter count as a display value, and active chapter, yeah, this is also what we need to chapter count. So with this, almost the right one should be the active one, the number should be correct. And the sprites should also be displayed correctly. Okay, that's it. That is it. Hopefully. We probably introduced another bug, but that's fine. Introducing bugs is part of the process. It is a polite thing to do. Oh, there it is. Chapter 7 out of infinite. We have 5, 6, 7. Always the right one is the active one. I'm going to save this for later and start a new run. Let's see if the display is correct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The money counters. The money count is going crazy. Okay, so the right one is almost active. So now we need to change the hover info. And we can do that by chapter display. Do you have a button? Do you have a button? This is probably the chapter display, chapter button. Ah, there it is, yeah. Add atonements. That makes sense. That makes sense. String. Total acts. And total chapters is. However, if the current act is already greater than 2, then total chapters is infinite. How do we see? Wait a minute. Total. Wait. Okay, I'm going to use a string. String. To string. Total chapter string is infinite. Or infinity? Infinity? Oh, I need to use a localization for this. Yes. Infinite. No. Let's put it here. Infinite. I'm going to use translate even though I know the word for this, but unendlich. Okay. It's so crazy when I stream, my German brain is not working. It's like it's so difficult to switch. Infinite, and now we're going to use it here. Total chapter string. All right. That should be it for this. Chapter display and chapter number is correct. Only show endless button on win run. So this is going to be a bit interesting. Because, oh my god, I'm so tired. Why? Why am I so tired now? What? What was I saying? Endless button only on win run. Yes. So if I abandon the run, the endless button should not be visible. And in that case, I'm not sure if I want to just disable it or if I want to actually hide it. I guess I should just hide it. But if I hide it, then I need to move the continue button upwards a little bit. And that could cause issues. And I don't like issues. But we will see. Game end pop-up. Show run blessings. No. Buttons. There it is. First of all, I need 2 references. I need... Huh? What? There's a list of buttons? Why? What is it doing? Set active? Interesting. Interesting, okay, I did not know that. Let's add the other two buttons that I added recently, which apparently does not make a difference. That is interesting. Can I just remove it again and just set it again? Okay, that's good. Awesome. Now we have this, which I don't know why. And we're going to say public UI button, endless button, and we need the continue button. All right, let's set them in the engine. We need to say show if card game manager win run. Run 1, there it is. I can use that. In that case, we need to say endless button set active, wait, game object set active true. And continue button transform local position is endless button transform local position minus new vector 0 1 0. So we, yeah, so it always depends on the other one. That's good. And if it is not, if it was a loss, then we can say endless button is false, and we're just going to set it to the endless button position. That way we don't have to calculate anything. That's crazy. Now we need to set the buttons inside of the Unity editor. And that should already be it for this case. Endless run. Continue. And let's see. I have overwritten my save while I'm close to winning a run. So I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, abandoning a run. Abandon run. Oh, okay. That did not work. Set active true, position for, okay. Endless button, set active false. Endless button, game over set active false. Continue button. Hide, start, show, tab, delete. Show buttons. Oh. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Why do I need hide buttons and show buttons? If in a run, hide buttons. In battle log. Oh. Ah, I see. Okay, then we're going to make another function. Check. Actually, we're going to do it right here. We're just going to do it right here. That's it. That's it. Sometimes the solution is relatively simple. Okay. What is the weather like right now? The temperature. 33 degrees. No wonder I'm dying. It is 28 degrees in here. Start. Abandon. Or let's just do this, I guess. Alright. It looks really weird. Okay. Let's call this check endless button. Void check endless button. And we're going to call this right here. So, what? Yeah. So there's no weird moving around of buttons that you should not be able to see in the first place. Hopefully. Hopefully that works. Play mode, please. Take your time. Take your time. It's fine. Start. Oh. I clicked start and landed in collection. Perfect. Abandon run. Alright, yeah, there it is. There it is. There is no weird moving around. Okay. I have one more question. Why is statistics always displayed? Abandon run, statistics is highlighted. This is not what should happen. Not what should be happening. Game end pop-up. Stats and... okay, stay clicked. Maybe that's the reason. Stay clicked. Let's just do this. Right? Let's see what happens. I'm not really sure. I still need the deck button, but I think it's necessary if you want to share a screenshot of the entire deck. So yeah. Oh yeah, now it works. Now that looks much better. Deck, statistics. Can still check out your deck right here. There is a bug here. That's fine. I think... okay, wait a minute. Opening the battle log? I think I can just hide the header. Header? Hide. Right? Header's the text. Yeah, okay. Battle log. Show. And just hide it. Just hide it. Okay. I can restart. That's also still working. Nice. So I think the battle log bug is fixed as well now. Let's check it out. Just to make sure. And then I think we can cross this off. And look at the shop, at the generated shop cards. Because that looks a little weird. Why would the shop generate level 1 cards? That's concerning, to say the least. Why is that so lagging so much? That should be better. Abandon? Battle log? Okay, yeah, now that works. That's better. Still works with the buttons. Alright. Restart statistics. I'm going to... What is the last one here? I'm in chapter 7 out of infinite. Oh, forgot to import. Import the localization file. I think I'm just going to play a run. Just a really quick one. To see... Oh no. Anyway, I'm just going to keep fixing the endless mode, I guess. That's better. Alright. the shop generated cards. I think this is the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper CS. Generate shop cards. If generate random card. Act. Something about current. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. About that. I think this needs to be greater or equal. Greater or equal. Get total upgrades for chapter. Let's see where it is called. Add material to... Okay, that's fine, I think. Found material. Okay. Okay, that should be it. Generates 2 slots. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. I think the generated values... Wait a minute. Get total upgrades for chapter. Upgrade card. It needs to say here something as well. Init card. That slot. Creature base attack. Oh. Creature base attack. Where does it get increased though? Upgrade. Ah, upgrade per... Okay. So that should be better. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see if the shop cards are generated correctly now. Continue. I'm going to load my endless run. Hopefully there's a shop here. Yeah, there is. Very nice. Oh yeah, this looks like a true value now. This is 222. Reroll also works. Okay, yeah, these are the real values now. Insane. Okay, we have fixed that. What is the next one? Bosses and special enemies need to generate rare form and add value to Lakuma. Okay. Let's look at enemy generator. Enemy spawner. Yeah. Current act. Current act. Plus enemy. Okay, this is fine. Special enemy. Turn card to special enemy card. Alright. Display card art. Set. Wait a minute. Rarity is current act. Ah. Yes. Okay, so this needs to be save state rarity. Okay, this is card save state. Okay, this needs to be bigger or equal than 2. I guess. And same here. Is rare. Yeah. Same here. Same here. I think. Rarity is current act. Yeah, that makes sense. Material is rare. Right. Special enemy. Alright, that should be it. Let's save all of these. Everything is saved. Nice. We might have to add value to the Lacamo. Because this is not enough. Although this will screw up a lot of additional stuff. We will see. Let's try to enter a fight and see what happens. Let's load again. I'm going to fight. Okay. Poison. Lament, 36, yeah. I mean, this is still a really high value, though at some point it's not going to scale. Yeah. Maybe it's okay. I'm not really sure yet. It might just be that the other values need to scale higher. Really not sure yet. But at least we have fixed that. So. Limit immunity to 4. Okay. Immunity. Immunity. Hello. Let's see all of the references. If has no. If it needs to say inflict. There we go. Inflict immunity. If it is a boss, okay, yeah. Current act 0 based. This needs to be clamped. Math F clamp value. It needs to be 1 or maximum of. Is this included or not? Maximum. Oh yeah, okay. Clamp. So, do I want a maximum of 3 or 4? I think I want 3. I think 3 is the maximum that it should have. Otherwise it's not fun anymore. Just standing there and waiting for the boss to be able to be hit. Make it so there are never 2 lanes. This is... Yeah, yes and no. But I think it's necessary. Okay, this is probably in map generation. Maps, yes. Generate map. Oh, map generator. Oh, cool. Spawn. Lanes. I think it has a total lane. Map node, right. Map node. Fight total lanes, there it is. Total enemies. Total enemies limit. Do I have the... Yeah, okay. Total enemies limit. Okay, let's do that. If save state current act is greater than 2, then wait a minute. There is already something like that in place. Interesting. Interesting. Aha. Total lanes is 3. Let's just say that card game manager current chapter 0 based is greater than 2 and it is this is smaller. Okay, let's do that. then it is always 3 lines. I think that's... We can also... If this is bigger than... Okay, so we could also reduce this by... Yeah, we can also do that. So the chance increases times 10. Yeah. So it is more likely to hit 5 lanes in... Okay, let's make sure that this is working retroactively. So let's add 2. At 1 it is 60, at 2 it is 50. And then it gets down to 40, etc, etc. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. At some point it is going to be negative, but that's fine. I hope this is calculated correctly, but let's make sure that it is. Let's make it into several lines for visibility. Or readability, I guess. And I'm going to add some brackets. Same here. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Alright. So the chances increase the longer you, like the higher the chapter goes on. And at some point you will only get 3 lanes at least. 3, 4 and 5 lanes. Yeah. This is for the regular fights, right? Yeah, set to fight. Okay. What about set the boss fight? Then there it is. Then it is 5. Okay. Good. Okay, so that is fixed, I think. Make it so there are never 2 lines. The change just increases in time. Upgrade. Message was behind the card. Increase enemy race a bit more after chapter 3. I think we can do that. We just have to... I'm not sure I was in any danger right now. So that is a problem. But at some point you will run out of redraws, so you'll get damage. And actually faith does not increase that much, so I'm not really sure. We can try playing to the next boss and see what happens. That would actually be interesting. So let's do that. Going to play until the next boss. Provoked. I'm still not maxed out on my creatures, which is why I'm a bit hesitant. Impulse, Poison 2, Creature Blade is good. Enemy Blood, I think that's better now. Creature Blade, Spell Blade. Lament is also, there's also a better one now. I guess Provoked is better than that. And I think I can just remove some of these now. Oh, the active Lakama is also not set correctly. Active material. Huh. Card slot active, yeah. Card slot active needs to be on inventory. Yes. Let us do that. Card slot active needs to be on inventory layer. And the same for the explosion. Was it called Lakama Rewards or Lakama Shatter? There it is. Animator, piece and piece and piece. All need to be on the inventory layer. Right. Okay. Slowly but surely. We are eradicating all of the bugs. I mean, that is probably an easy fix. Let's look at it. It is generating an enemy. Hi Nick. Yes, I'm fixing bugs. I'm actually investigating the... I've added an endless button, so I'm already in chapter 7 out of infinite. And I'm currently checking the values and stuff like that and fixing other bugs along the way. So, but as you can see, there are 190 HP and stuff like that, so scaling wise it kind of works already. It's getting crazy. I just want to make sure that the challenge actually increases as well, and you know, which it should. Yeah, just want to make sure. It's going to be interesting. Endless mode, yeah. Definitely needs... I want to add a new background for this. I have a very cool idea, I think. Which I'm excited about. And I want to make a new track for this. A new music track. And yeah, that's it. Then you can play forever. And I want to make sure that the values are challenging enough so you can try playing endless, but at some point it's like, wow, this should be overwhelming at some point. I think Balatro does this as well. Yeah, I mean, chapter 2 and 3 also do this already. They have different backgrounds. But yeah. Wow, 455. That is a big number. That is a big boy number. I'm currently trying to figure out if I need to change anything with the values as they are generated right now, or if it scales enough already. I mean, right now it's looking very good. So yeah, definitely need to fix something here. This is also a bug. Like, I can move over the card here. Yeah, not sure what to do about that. What does it look like in 3D space? Is it behind the card? No, I don't think so. Oh, it's exactly on top of it. I see. Yeah, that's bad. That is not good. Anyway. Not sure if I'll be able to once you drop a build at me to work with. Half a year of unemployment is starting to catch up to me, finally bringing me a taste of long-forgotten anxieties today. Ah, yeah. At some point it catches up, I guess. Alright. Wow, things are happening. Things are definitely happening. That is crazy though. They were happening for quite a bit. Yeah. Alright. So again, it looks like... Wow, that is a big problem. Oh, it's still immune? Yeah, for another round. Okay. So, any plans? Like, do you have a job that you want to do, or that you want to apply for? Oh, it was already stunned. Alright. Yeah. Boss is done. Quest triggered. Another one. I think I have 2 now, right? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. That is actually crazy. Okay, yeah. I am in chapter number 8 now. But it comes to a point, I must say, it comes to a point where the value here is so big that one hit of them almost, I mean, it takes a lot of damage. So yeah, I have to be careful with scaling. But yeah, this is already, it feels like I'm already way too overpowered. Even though they have a lot of health. Oh no, what happened to my cards? I see, yeah. It would be funny if it just died. Just instant death. Reanimated boss, there we go. Holy shit. I've been looking for jobs. Sadly, nothing that is local is a very good option. Office job at few company station in the city, but office like on another edge of the city, not ideal. But whatever I'd want to do, I can't find any openings. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it's people get jobs if they have the right relations, right? It's like, and otherwise it looks like it's not open. That is always a bit of a weird issue. Don't I have a big poison somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Poison 66. Actually, I can try to... Didn't I just remove... Oh, no. My inventory is full. My inventory is full. You are over encumbered. Alright. That is definitely an issue. At some point, your inventory is going to be full and endless. But, you know, it is what it is. You're still in the game. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, thank you. Okay, poison, 66. I don't even have a spell with 5 yet. That's crazy. Poison 28. Now I have poison 89. Going to add this to enemy debuffed for massive amounts of damage. And poison 10. I wish to have some remote job, but I don't exactly have any education outside of high school. Even with what expertise I have, it makes looking for jobs in fields that I'm familiar with a big pain. Right. Also, remote job is difficult in your case because payment and stuff like that, right? Card blade? Oh no, I think I'm gaining damage now. Yes. Yeah, that too. Ouch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, see that's... if that one hits me, then it's game over. So maybe the scaling is alright. We will see. What was next on my list? Increase... Okay, yeah. Maybe that's okay. It's dead now. Incinerate 26. Insane. There are workarounds it. Yeah. I have heard about some workarounds, but it's not ideal. Let's get this to 5. Please? Oh yeah, there's a 5. Holy crap, this is a huge value. That is amazing value. Okay, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add... I want to have the achievement for 5 poison. 5 poison, please. Poison 92. Where is the smaller poison? Yeah, there it is. 13. Let's take this here. I think this should be it. I think this should trigger now. My foundry servers are trying out at this point, right? Yeah. It catches up slowly but surely. Okay, Altar of Tears. Yes, let's increase that 1 poison again. It's 29 or 89 in this case, and Nakama value 17. Okay, 106. Oh yeah, another elite fight. Let's go. Enemy debuffed. Enemy debuffed. Please. Oh my god. Yes, okay. Oh no, you're asleep now. Why? Wake up. Wake up. Yeah. I think at this stage of the game, it is always time, no matter what you do, there's something happening. I'm going to get this one. Why not? Recovered all of my faith, and let's go to this boss and see what happens. 591. That is, I mean, that is crazy. There is no... Okay, yeah, I have a bad draw, but that's fine. Oh, something is in my eye. Alright. Poison. Oh, they're asleep. Never mind. Creature plate poison. Okay. Wow. Enemy? Okay, you're no longer asleep. You're asleep still. Why? Oh, because of... Yeah, okay. It is because you are an idiot. Let's see how far we can get this. Oh no! My one creature is dead. It still has 1 immunity, so we are going to play this. Yes. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Wow. Exodus. Attack. The intense angry sharp. I know, it's insane. Okay, this is already done. Alright. Wow, look at the list of status effects on this card. Holy shit. That's crazy, okay. The boss is dead in 2 rounds. No. Yes. Yes. I didn't even press N turn yet. But hey, it's still cool, it's still nice. How many? Okay, I have 13 blessings now. That's crazy. Chapter 9. Oh yeah, this is also something that's going to happen. Right. I can probably redraw, or no, wait a minute. I can play 1 card and draw 2 cards, yes. That's crazy. Oh no, it's asleep. Never mind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe an endless mode is not a bad idea. Maybe this is maybe this is fun. Okay. I was hesitating for a long time because I'm like, why? But yeah, I can see the appeal, I guess. Okay. Increase anywhere. I mean, I can try to add a few more values here, but it feels to me like it's taking a long time still to kill all of them, and I don't want it to make too spongy. So I think it's fine for now. We will see. I will be right back. All right. So, should we increase the enemy values or not? I know I just said no, but increasing HP is not going to do anything. Increasing attack. I think the attack values are fine. Let's see. Attack is at 43. That is still 3 hits here. No, I think it's fine. I think the Larkhammer values have scaled correctly. It's just that I'm not losing any. Thank you. It's just that I'm not losing any HP, and at this point, in chapter 9, I'm not really sure. But I don't want to make it too hard. Or it's like, if I go endless mode, then I will die in 2 chapters. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But for now, I think that's it. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's see. Let's look. Let's take a look at this bug here. Is there an upgrade here? Yes, there is. I'm going to save. This should not be possible anymore, right? Okay. So I think what needs to happen here is I need to set it to pop up. The question is the loss of faith, gain of despair fine? At least that's what I think. Yeah. Again, if you get hit with one of these creatures, then it's like 50. So it is like 2 or 3 hits and you're dead. So I still think that's fine. So yeah. Alright, material activation result. This should be in pop-up. Extra settings. Sorting layer. Pop-up. Yes, marks are reached. And the same for here. Pop-up. Right. Material activation result. Material activation result. I can see that you still lose some faith even when you're covered behind creatures, so all should be cool. Yeah, I think so too. I think it shouldn't be too hard because endless mode is... You just want to keep playing, right? You just want to have a good time and just want to get lost a little bit. And I think this is the... Finding this balance is going to be interesting. Okay, I think this is fixed. Let's see. Let's check out if that is correct. And then... Oh, we have this already. Alright, continue. We are going to open up the study and click here. Max level reached. Very nice. It is in the front again. It is back in the front. Oh, what the hell? 6 lanes? How did it get to 6 lanes? Wait a minute, what? And this would probably require feedback of several players. Yeah, okay, yeah. That is why I'm going to release a new build, hopefully soon, where people can test it. Enemy spawner, enemy lane, enemy spawner. Map node. Total lanes. Ah, yeah, it can be 6. It can be 6. Clamp to max. Right. Where did it get 6 though? Somewhere around here. State level. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, 6 lane is fine because it is within the limit that I wanted to have in this game. I mean, it sticks out here. There is a curse that adds a lane whenever you redraw. So 6 lanes is perfectly fine. It is barely within limit. I was... Oh no. Okay. Discarded my cards and then I got the cards back. Can I do that again? Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. All of them are asleep. That's crazy. Okay, I was worried about having not enough lanes, but never mind. Never mind. Okay. Creature played. Give me 2 more cards, please. Okay, you're out of cards, that's fine. Are you asleep? No. You're not asleep? Poison. Let's do that. Oh, you're... okay, They're already out of juice. So let's kill some enemies. Kill, kill, kill. Do it. Do it. The active... Wait a minute, what? I don't see the active card anymore. Holy crap. End turn. Ah, no, there it is. Huh? No, it's not. Wait a minute. Active. Card active attacker. It is in hot buttons. What? Card game manager? Wait, that's weird. One? Oh no, it works. Never mind. Ah, it is sleep. That is why. Okay, okay. All good. That's crazy though. That's absolutely crazy. Ella sleep? Yeah, why not? I don't want to sacrifice anything, thank you. Yeah, let's increase the poison of my poison empire. Yeah, empire. Poison 106 and additional. Wow. So dead. The enemy is so dead. Creature played, I mean, that's insane. And they're still not dead. Yeah, no, I think the values are right. I think the values are just right. It's fine. Okay, I was about to say, please die, because you have 0 health. But it just took a little bit, you know? It just sometimes on death triggers something and then it just lies there. Dead. Not able to breathe. I don't want to... Do I want to have anything? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I do. Poison 29. All enemies, there we go. Card revealed, attack. Maybe not on spell blade, but on attack. That's better. Card blade. Heal. Yes. And shield. I can probably do it to all areas, yes. Okay. No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine. Okay. Another 5 lanes. That's crazy. And I was worried about that. Holy shit. Did I change something here that affects this? No. No, that's fine. Total enemies. Save fights, total enemies. Save state level divided by 10. Oh, okay, yeah. It increases. Yeah, no, that's what it does. It naturally increases over time. This is why at chapter 9 this happens. That's really cool. I don't have to deal with anything else, I guess. Oh no, it's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Have a nice stream. And thanks for stopping by. Regeneration is also insane. But it takes a long time now to finish a fight. That's the only downside. So maybe I will have to increase the timer. I think it already is increased at max. Enemy attack. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, sure. Impulse, charm. I kinda don't wanna... Do I want to do that? Yes. And weak. Alright, another boss. A lot is happening now. You're dead already? Nice. Alright. Okay. Yeah, the values on the bosses, I mean, they are still fine, but shield 3 is... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can play another creature to trigger this. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Wow, so the attack is 83 of the boss. If this hits you, which, you know, the chances are relatively low. But that is a huge amount. Enemy debuffed. Poison. Let's get it down to 0. Where is Void? There it is. It's still not enough. Wow. Enemy attack. It is already... Holy crap. Just died. It just died. Okay, chapter 10. We have fixed this. We have fixed all of this. So I guess Endless is more or less done. I mean in the functional state. Now it needs a new background. I'm not sure I'm going to do that today. On stream. A new background, a new music. What else? I think that's it. Let's look at our list. Endless. Endless mode and can pop up. Alright. It's such a simple item on the list. But having a new button here required me to do so much. I needed to change the game end pop-up completely. I needed to make it possible to have separate buttons for blessings and curses. This was a whole tangent just so I can add a button here. Okay, let's do something simple. Let's do this. Endless. It's for later. I'm going to improve the description for cooldown. This card needs to cooldown for X rounds after getting triggered. We're going to change this. Cooldown. Cooldown can't activate Lakama. Reduced by 1 each fight round. This card needs to cooldown for X rounds after getting triggered. Cooldown reduced by 1 each. I mean, cards on cooldown can't activate Nakama. Cooldown is reduced by 1 each fight round. That's still a lot of text. What was it before? It is now longer. This card needs to cool down for X rounds after getting triggered. And can't activate Lakama. Cooldown is reduced by 1. I mean, I can just reduce that to say reduced by 1 each fight round. I already said for X rounds. Okay. This card needs to cool down for X rounds after getting triggered and cannot activate Lakama during this time. During cooldown. This card needs to cool down for X rounds after getting triggered and cannot activate during cooldown. Okay, that makes sense. That's better than the old description, I think. Yeah. This needs to say current value. Yes. Let's translate it to German. Diese Karte muss nach Auslösung rundenlang abkühlen und kann während der Abkühlung keine Lava. Okay. Keine Lackhammer aktivieren, but that's fine. Diese Karte muss noch Auslösung? Auslösung? Wirklich? Abkühlen und kann während der Abkühlung keine Lackhammer aktivieren. That sounds good. I think we're going to move this down to the bottom of the list. Let's move it down, let's move it down. Oh my god, this list is way too big. Wow, there it is. Okay, now we just need to make sure that current value is replaced. What are the other ones that have this card kills? Okay. Card kills. There it is. Card kills. If get parent is 0. If is in a run. No. That doesn't matter. Text is text replace. Oh, I can just copy this. What am I doing? Parent value with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have a parent or not. Because it just needs to say Oh, attached. It needs to have an attached Lackhammer. Right. Okay, if has Lackhammer or is free. If not is free, then we are going to say replace current value with get current value. Right. That should be it. Alright, let's import the translation file again. Current value, yeah, that should be replaced correctly. I hope so. Just make sure that it's imported before starting again and then wondering why nothing is working. Going to strike out the endless button. Alright. I think one of the blessings has cooldown in the current endless run, so I'm going to check that out. At least I think so. Right? Why is it? No. There it is. This card needs to cool down for 1 round after getting triggered. Oh. Oh. What did I do? Right, I don't need this. I don't need the brackets. Okay. Current value. Interesting, so... Needs to cool down for 1 round. No. I guess I will have to... Oh my god. It doesn't work if it only cools down for 1. This card needs to cool down for... Okay, we can trick this a little bit. Needs to cool down after getting triggered. Rounds. Current value. Total rounds. Yeah, maybe like this. Just to get around the plural. This card needs to cool down after getting triggered. Total rounds, current value, and can't activate Lagma. Okay. Or we can do this. We can do this. This card needs to cool down for a few rounds. And in brackets, we're going to actually display the value. That's what we can do. This card needs to cool down for a few rounds. In clamor 1. After getting triggered and can't activate Lakma during cooldown. Okay, that's I think that's a good compromise. Don't worry about it too much. Diese Karte benötigt nach der Auslösung einige Runden, in Klammer 1, Abkühlung und kann während der Abkühlung keine Lakma aktivieren. That sounds good. That sounds good. Keine Lakma aktivieren. Alright. There is still the issue that I just saw with the card info not being going off screen. That's a problem. Which I don't want to tackle right now. I have tackled this in the past several times, and I'm curious why there's a new bug. But yeah. But yes. Found decorations behind spinning death. Okay. Triggers, what if you want to... Alright. Improved cooldown description. Let's see it in the game. This card needs to cool down for a few rounds. 1. After getting triggered and cannot activate Lakma during cooldown. I think that's a fair compromise. That's okay. Wait, what? It needs to say one. It needs to say 2. Why does it say 1? What? Okay, let's see. Last turn. Open into Explorer. Last turn. Let's format this and let's see blessing cards. Oh. What? Okay, that's crazy. Blessing cards. On creature shifted, bestow ambush, bestow cooldown, value 1. What about on infight or on creature played? On creature played, where is it? Where is it? Draw a card, there it is. With what? It doesn't have a cooldown? Okay. What about the other one? Draw card, cooldown 2. So it should be 2 in the description. Why is it not 2? Get current value? Huh? What? Oh, I see. I see what is going on. Hang on a second. We play... Oh, sorry, Unity. I'm sorry. I didn't want to save while you're running. It's okay. It's okay. No, don't freak out. Don't freak out, Unity. It's fine. Okay. Oh, good. The problem is the following. Keywords. Localize the get translated keyword. Localize text get translated keyword. Huh? Replace describe keywords. What is that doing? Add space before uppercase, localize text. Keyword description. Ah, okay. But there's in card status? I don't like that. I don't like that. No, 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 no. pick the keyword and find the description. I see. I see. Okay. Okay, we're going to have to we're going to have to trick a little bit. If it's not a 3 and attached material is slow, no. Is modifier material? No. What is it? Is it a action defense? I think it is, yeah. Is action material? What? Oh, equals action defense, right. Cooldown. Wow. Okay. Then I'm going to replace it with the current value. I'm going to replace this with cooldown, because otherwise we are going to, yeah, it's not a good idea otherwise. Cooldown. I'm going to remove it here, replace it here, I mean, and replace it here as well. Okay. Let's re-import. Open language, import. And once that is done, we can check it out again in the game. And now it should be fine. Yes. Let's continue. Check out the blessings. Oh, it's not replaced. Oh no. No. Why? Why though? If not a 3 equals bestow cooldown. Replace description variables for card slot. That is interesting. Why is that happening? Debug log, attached material. To simple text. Debug log, replacing cooldown. Okay. Let's try this and let's try it in the game. I think the problem is... No, I don't know what the problem is. I don't even have a clue. It replaces the variables for each of the slots. And if one of the slots is cooldown, then why is it not working? Store cooldown, right? Yes. Interesting. Okay, this is going to be a bit messy in the log, so I'm going to clear it. On creature blade, on creature blade, on creature blade. What the hell? Huh? What is going on? What? What is going on? Describe keywords. Oh. What? It just uses the first one. Do I need to go through them? Oh no. I mean, what I can do is... What I can do... I see. Okay. I can do another trick. I can say if Okay, this is in the parent card. So If parent is not null, then we can say if it has defense, no, has material. What? Has material? Has elemental material? Okay, There is no function for this. Okay, I can go through all of the slots, but that is going to be not good. I can go through... That's an interesting problem. I can write a function for this, sure. And get material... Wait a minute. Get card parent has... Oh, there it is. Materia has given material. Has healing. No. No. Has materia. No, no, that's not working. Okay. I need to find... Activate, add material, get all material, get default target, get total slot with material. With action material, has given material in total. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. At all. Okay, I need to write a function that says materia is get card parent, find slot with materia, with defense material. And I'm going to add this here. And if materia is not null, then we're going to replace it with this text. Materia, get current value. Cool. Find equipped defense material. That's what we want to do. Alright, let's go to card. Find. No. Get. Materia get. Let's just put here, I guess. Public. Maybe there's a public materia function. No. Okay. Public materia. Find equipped defense material card, which is going to be materia action defense type. Defense type. For each card slot in card slot. I think it's called material slots. Yes. Then if slot has... There is no function for this. Is free, let's keep going. Continue. If slot attached materia equals this defense type, return slot attached material. We just return the first one. Otherwise null. Okay. Alright. If it's null, then we're going to not care about it. Also, it needs to be set to... No, it does not need to be set to empty. No. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. Okay. Worksheet. What can we do next? Assuming this works now. It was a simple task, but it escalated a little bit. Another reason why it's not so easy, I guess. Alright. Eigenes Bild. Okay, unit is done. Dragon Lagma far away. Best time to each deck. That could be a cool little task. Although I must say it is pretty hot. It is pretty hot in the room. Cooldown. There it is. This card needs to cool down for a few rounds. 2. After getting triggered. And this is, yeah, this cuts off below the screen. Even though I looked at it. This card needs to cool down for a few rounds in Clamor 1. After getting triggered and can't activate Lagma during cooldown. Okay. Alright. Let's... What can we do? Let's see. Buying Lagma pack. Yeah, that would also be funny. We could plan this. Or... it has 28.3 degrees inside of the room. I think, to be honest, I think I might have to call it at this point. It is just too hot. I think it is better on Friday. Friday in the evening. So I will try to stream then. Next week is a lot cooler. So next week is definitely better. Yeah. Let's see. Next week we have... oh my god, 22 degrees, 22 degrees, 23. It looks so much better. And then it gets... oh no, then it increases again. But at least we have a week where it is a little cooler. Yeah, tomorrow it's 38 degrees. That's crazy. But again, Friday looks better. So yeah. We will see each other again on Friday. And but I think this was good progress. The endless mode looks good now. Just needs a little bit of a background change, a new soundtrack, and yeah. All right. Thanks for joining, and I will see you on Friday. Bye bye.